Hey boys, welcome back to Young Guns career mode, and we are taking on the Roosters in the semi-final game here after going down to the Melbourne Storm. What was it, 18-6? I think it was 18-6. So this is do or die. We have to win this game. I was a little panicky, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, going down in that first game, we have the potential here to go out in straight sets, which would be devastating, honestly. We already, talking about other career modes, we already pretty much choked in that other game, and I think, funnily enough, for our Roosters career mode first season, which we lost in the grand final, I think it actually was to the Melbourne Storm, which I thought was pretty funny. And if you go back and watch that game, we didn't really lose it. It was the game screwed us. Go back and watch that game, the grand final for our Roosters career mode. It was ridiculous. Korobiti scores the match winner. It has to be seen to be believed, honestly. But we have a chance of redemption here in the Young Guns. We lost the first game to the Storm, but we got a good chance. Up against the Roosters, who are definitely not. They're not a mug side. They're a good side as well. Very good. We're just talking about it, playing career mode with them, especially their backline, their outside backs in Tupou, Ferguson, Kenny Dow are very, very strong. It's a difficult backline to break and also to tackle. So probably, playing them up the middle is probably going to be the best bet. We'll see. We probably won't do that in this game, but we'll see as Big Dave Clemmer tries to just go straight up the middle. But they do have a good, strong forward pack as well. It's not pretty strong all across the board, in all honesty. A good little chip kick, but that man Tupou, very strong in the air. It's going to be pretty hard to get under those high balls when you got guys like Tupou, Kenny Dow on the wings, like I just talked about. Is Tobojevic, the beautiful step back on the inside, gets it. Anthony Milford steps around one. He's gonna get held up, is he, or is he not? He's fucking held there for ages. No, he's gonna score. I always find those a little weird. Well, as we look at this step, look at this. This is beautiful. I love stepping like that and not getting into the animation. And Milford, he was through, but I thought the player was going to come and tackle me, so I put the step on. It stopped my momentum, but he's struggling around. He eventually plants the ball down. I do find those tries a little annoying, I guess, because, I mean, you're held in the tackle, like, 100%. Like, surely it's a double movement. But, you score them occasionally. I personally would rather them be hard to, like, if they hold you up like that, it should just be held up, because it's easy enough to score in this game. I would like there to be more chances to actually hold the player up, but it's a moot point. As a beautiful play, Milford, he's coming out all guns blazing, gets the first try, and that offload to I think Parcell was just unbelievable. Didn't turn into too much, but it looked very, very promising. But unfortunately, a shocking kick. It was just deflected, and Blake Ferguson, off the back of that, is going to race away and score the Roosters' first try. And it's sort of been the tale of this these first few finals games. We haven't played terribly, but just a silly, like, it wasn't really a mistake. It was just a bit of a poor kick and just a one single line break, and that's all it really takes for the AI. They beat the fullback pretty easily and level the game up. So a couple minutes to go before the halftime break. We're going to look to open the game up a little bit. Try to go with a bit of a lead, but it's not looking too likely. We're going to have to pull something out of the hat here, and it's not going to happen. It's going to be a 6-all halftime score. So this is tight, man. This is a very tight game. This is do or die right here. It's a good kick goes up. Jack Bird falling through, puts a big hit on Latrell Mitchell. It's good stuff. That's what I like to see. And we defend really well that set. It was a good set in defense, and great play there. The fucking wraparound with, who was that, Mbai. That was beautiful play. It was one of those moments in the game. That's why I still love this game, because I do stuff like that in the game that I haven't really done before. Like that sort of wraparound play right there. I've never really done it, and I haven't really mastered it. As Dylan Napa here, we had them on the back foot with that little line break, and the big fella here, one-on-one, too hard to stop, and gets his first try of this game, and the second try for us. So Milford converts. Good stuff all around. But another little outside inside parts, and I've sort of this game here, we sort of capitalized on that and sort of started to put it into motion. Corey Oates, the bit of the X factor coming off the bench here, playing out wide as a forward, but as quick as a back. Just 2-on-1. Latrell Mitchell goes for the tackle like he should, and Daniel Tupou couldn't keep up with Corey Oates there. Streaks away and scores another nice try. So it was looking very dangerous at half time. I thought for a second we were going to get bundled out in straight sets in this finals, but we've turned it on a bit in the last few minutes. Unfortunately though, Mbai going for a bit of a big play. 40-20 can turn the game as well, but kicking it out on the full can have the adverse effect. Adverse? Is that the word? Adverse? I think it is. I'm not going crazy, am I? But we do defend pretty well, and that's something I was pretty happy with. The defense was very nice. Another outside inside pass. Corey Oates probably could have kept running, but we get out to the winger. He puts in a nice kick downfield actually, just turning Mitchell around, and Valentine Holmes, a huge chase, pins him in the end goal. That right there is a huge game changer. I'm saying game changer a lot in this video. I don't know why, but that was a big play in this game. From like the halfway line, making a bit of a break, and then pinning them in the end goal. Like it's hard to do, but Valentine Holmes, such a good kick chase. I was over the moon with that bit of play by Valentine Holmes. Has been one of our best players this whole season. He hasn't had all the raps. I think he did get player of the year for fullback. I think he was the fullback of the year, which is well deserved, but yeah, he's been overshadowed by probably Milford, but man, he's been solid for us. Usually defensively, a couple of times this game and last game he was let down, but yeah, he's been very solid for us. As that man Cody Nicarima, I didn't talk about that, but Cody Nicarima is back this game as well, and he provides a lot of impact for us as a nice little flick pass back on the inside. It is the last tackle, so we've got to keep it moving, but we do get tackled there. But it looks like we got this game wrapped up. So the Roosters, they put up a good fight here. Dale Copley making a break, and that man Valentine Holmes, the defense right there was not to be taken for granted. A huge hit on Copley. But we are going to progress. So I don't know who we're going to be versing in the next game, but we've got to go back to back to get into the grand final, and hopefully we can do that. A good solid win here coming from the disappointing loss to the Storm. Hey, look at that, 2 errors. That is great stuff. 66% possession. We weren't going to get beaten. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.